Alright guys, so I've been meaning to do this ever since the Fusion banner returned on JP Dokkan, along with in Janemba. So I do want to talk a little bit for a second, real quick before we hop into the event. This video is going to be focused around Chao Man right here. This is a very rare unit that I feel like not a lot of people have probably used or seen. This is one of the Dragon Ball Fusions units, and it is a fusion of a Cyberman and Chaozu, right? So he has an AoE attack that reduces his health, since both Cyberman and Chaozu kind of have like explosion attacks, right? Now, I was able to pull him for the first time when the Dragon Ball Fusions banner returned with Int Janemba's EZA. After that banner went away, on JP, they have added the Dragon Ball Fusions units to the general SSR pool. Now, for Global, many people at the time asked me, when is Global going to get this? I was saying, I think when Int Janemba gets his EZA, that probably is when Global will add the Dragon Ball Fusion units back into the general SSR pool, the way they're doing on JP. But here's the thing, they actually bumped that way up, and the Dragon Ball Fusions units are actually on what many of us consider the best banner of all time, the New Year's Step Up banner. All the Fusions units are actually on that banner right there, even on Global. Even though, Global has not really been around, they're not up to speed, like with the Int Janemba EZA and all that. Now, I don't know for sure if Global is going to have those SSRs move to the general SSR pool after the New Year's Step Up banner is gone, right? They might only be in that banner on Global until the Int Janemba EZA, then they'll be added to the actual general SSR pool. That's what I'm figuring will happen for Global, but obviously we will see as soon as basically on Global's next banner, we'll find out for sure, right? But for JP, these cards are now general SSR pool cards. I'm doing this video here focused on Chao Man. The reason I'm doing this is because, I have sort of mentioned, I wanted to do a video on pretty much every unit in the game, right? Like, I do want to have, sort of like these breakdowns, me talking about the unit, showcasing the unit, seeing their super attack and stuff. I want to get like videos of all units, right? So this is a very rare unit that I've never done a video on. I've never used Chao Man on the channel before. This is the first time I've ever used him, right? Obviously, because, I only just pulled him. So I'm not expecting a lot from him, especially because, I have not rainbowed him yet. I may rainbow Chao Man in the future. We'll see, but obviously he's not exactly a spectacular unit. Like, really, I should probably do the breakdown for him before we hop into the event, but I'll just sort of like mention what he does here. Okay, so Chao Man has a very interesting passive in that his entire passive is Key 8 and attack plus 3,000 only once when HP falls below 50%. So he has a horrible passive. Terrible. He, in fact, is not really too good. Chao Man would have been a useful unit way back before the World Tournament added the increased difficulties. Back when all that mattered, 140,000 attack set, not the greatest. And there he blows up, and that's an AoE attack. That's why we're on the cooler stage. I do want to show off that it's an AoE attack. So this Chao Man, he would have been very useful back when the world, like any AoE, like if it's like SA10, an AoE unit would clear out the world tournament. Oh, Gogeta, good stuff. Would clear out the world tournament like stage, right? So all people would do is kind of just get their super attacks off with like Xenoverse Trunks, Tech Majin Vegeta, the SCR AoE Broly, just sweeping through the world tournament without increased levels of difficulty. Well, after they added stuff like, the 30 times difficulty onto the World Tournament, things changed at that point, right? Then, after that, after they added the 30 times difficulty, obviously, units like Chao Man, probably even like STR Arale, just are not really as useful now as they would have been way back then, because now you need, not only do you need a unit to be AoE, but you need them to do, incredibly high amounts of damage for 30 times difficulty. I don't know, I feel like I liked, when I did the World Tournament, I liked it better back when, there wasn't a 30 times difficulty. all in all, I think everyone in the world, anyone who plays Dokkan can agree that the mode should be revamped completely, right? No doubt about that. We just need a complete overhaul for the mode. Like, especially now that, like, the Tournament of Power thing happened, like, I feel like they could make the World Tournament now, like, Tournament of Power themed moving forward for Dokkan. Like, you know, exactly what the mechanics of it would be, I'm not too sure. But, you know, changing the World Tournament, I think, is something a lot of people would really enjoy. And they would much prefer the kind of very, very tedious, not fun format that the World Tournament is in right now, right? Okay, so I actually probably should heal up a little bit here, just because these metal coolers tend to hit hard. Chao Man, of course, is hurting us badly. Chao Man is reducing our HP by 20% whenever he supers. Again, way back when, for the World Tournament, that would not have been a big deal whatsoever. But nowadays, it is kind of a big deal. Okay, so I don't really want to... Man, this is a really good rotation. I'm going to have a lot of these guys actually attack their type disadvantage. Like, I'm going to have, you know, the Tech Goku attack Int Cooler and SCR Goten attack EJL Cooler. Because I don't actually want them to... Oh, okay, nice. That's helpful. I don't want to, like, finish a lot of these coolers off right now, right? What I actually want to do is make sure there's several of them left around. So at the very least, during this video, we could see Chao Man with his AoE properties, you know, take place. But, you know... if, you know, Gogeta wants to do something, like, hey, Blue Gogeta, this is what he does, and he just wipes them away. So as long as, like, one of these two attacks does not finish off one of the coolers, we're good to go here. If this does, in fact, finish both of them off, which it's not gonna, okay, very good. I would have hopped into another event just so we could see, you know, the actual AoE effect take place, which it will. So Gogeta thought he wanted to be funny. Oh boy, and now we get in the Blue Gogeta transformation. So, hey, in the meantime, while Chao Man is doing really nothing but hurting us, at the very least, we are also being able to see all these fusions take place. Chao Man, you know, low-key, lowest of keys. Maybe Chao Man could be useful for activating LR Gogeta's fusion transformation, right? Like, you know, they gotta be below 50% HP after 6 turns. Well, if you're using Chao Man, number one, you're gonna be doing so little damage with him that the fight might last longer than 6 turns. And then number two, this man is doing more damage to you than he is to the enemy. So you're right on your way as he does 71k to them. So yeah, again, Chao Man did 71k to the enemy. I'm pretty sure he did more damage to us than to them. Chao Man, no! Damn, R.I.P. to Chao Man. I mean, maybe one day he could get an awakening. I don't know. Yeah, he did about the same amount of damage to us as he did to them, actually. You know, maybe in the future we could see an awakening for Chao Man. You know, he could actually get a little bit of viability. As it stands right now, though, maybe not. I mean, there has to be some sort of reason that they're going to put the fusions units back in the general SSR pool, right? Like, you know, me, myself, like, I was actually really, really hoping that they would give us Broly Black, the fusion of Rose Goku Black and Legendary Super Saiyan Broly from Dragon Ball Z. You know, I thought that would have been really perfect timing, too, with, like, the Broly movie stuff happening, like, nearby. And then if you guys remember, you know, they released that Int Goku Black at the time, too. So it's like, oh, that would be a perfect unit right now, considering a Dokkan Fest of Goku Black and Broly are, like, dropping right now. But they decided not to do that. Hopefully in the future, some of these fusions units that have not actually gotten Dokkan Awakenings will get Dokkan Awakenings. I do think they deserve it, and like units like this help Dokkan out a lot, in my opinion. Like, you know, these goofy sort of fusions units, these goofy what if units, like Super Saiyan 3 Bardock brings a lot of fun to the game, you know, because it's just kind of a goofy what if, right? Like, I feel like Super Saiyan 4 Broly would bring a lot of excitement to Dokkan. Like, we do want to see those types of characters brought into the game as well. You know, it's better than everyone always said for like Dragon Ball FighterZ, right? Goku number 555 for Dragon Ball FighterZ, even though, like Rose Goku Black, by the way, does not count as a Goku reskin. But anyway, it's cool to see kind of the fresh faces, right? Like Bra Pan, Pandel, Barlot, the fusion of Goku and Bardock. Then, of course, we have Karoli, the fusion of Goku and Broly. Those are fun cards. Oh, man, that's so disappointing. Look how close we were to getting a LR Gogeta fusion right there. We almost had that take place. By the way, I'm really loving this upgraded fusion team. Being able to run, like, now the new Broly movie Gogeta alongside, like, Int Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, LR Gogeta, like, all of them together, it's overwhelming. There's so much, like, new, incredibly powerful Gogeta units. And this team, like, so many of them, like, having 2 units that are, well, actually 3 units, if you count both Blue Gogetas plus STR or Int Gogeta, you have 3 units that are super effective against all types. So this team is going to be, one of the fastest teams in the game, if not the very fastest team in the game. So the Movie Hero Fusion team, very, very, very fun to run. Alright, so there was Chao Man. As you guys can see, he's a very old unit. We're talking before the 2-year anniversary that Dragon Ball Fusion's banner actually released. That released around the time of AGL Super Vegito, I believe, for the first time. So it has been quite a while. This is Explosive Gamble Chao Man. His leader skill is Physical type, HP, and Defense 60%. Very bad. His super attack is the Massive Explosion, which causes mass damage to all enemies while sacrificing 20% HP, which is a lot. So again, Chao Man was hurting us for about the same number of damage he was hurting the Metal Coolers for, which is obviously not great. His passive skill, Power of Courage, is Key 8 and attack plus 3,000 when HP is 50% or below, one time only. Horrible passive. His links are Infighter, Courage, Telekinesis, Fuse Fighter, and Master and Pupil. Terrible links. His 12 key multiplier is 130%. That's horrible. So unfortunately, my boy Chao Man does not have anything going for him. Poor Chao Man. No! At least he's an AoE unit, right? And then, of course, he is on one category, the Fusion category. At least my boy has a category, right? There are some other units in the game, like the Pycon units, who... No, the Pycons aren't on any category, which is bizarre to me, considering he was very helpful in that one movie, but oh well. Or the Super Saiyan 2 Rage, Vegeta and Bulma don't have categories, but our boy Chao Man, at the very least, does have a category. So there we go, guys. That's all for today. A little bit of a goofy video, but, I did want to put the spotlight on my boy Chao Man. He got really, really badly shafted. And I, just wanted to let Chao Man have a little time in the sun. Y'all can't blame me. Look at that, Chao Man. Look at that smile, man. Thank you, Chao Man, for your service. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.